the emotions of this team coming out of Saturday and going into the second half of the season?
I think the emotions are high. Going forward, I think we're just going to continue to do what we do and just trying to improve our game and continue to learn from our mistakes in the past. I think most importantly, going forward, that as a team, we just need to learn to play with confidence and trust in ourselves, most importantly. I think nothing has changed, and if anything, this has taught us to be more high-spirited going forward in each and every week and every team that we play, and just continue to play our best.
Do you change the goals at all?
I think that the goals haven't changed. Now what it depends on is we don't want it to be this way, but things aren't necessarily in our hands anymore, and I don't think that anything changes. Still, everything stays the same, and we're just going to continue to try to reach every goal that we have on the board.
2.5 games under your belt, how do you feel that you've progressed in the last few?
So going forward, I feel like I've made some big steps. There's still a lot of things that I need to work on, but I think that most of the things are things that come with experience, and of course, just putting more time into the book and just learning from my mistakes and just putting forth my best foot and trying to be just the best player I can be.
What are some of those areas where you think you can tweak?
Just in terms of playing more confident, I think is probably one of the biggest things that I've improved on, and it's still something that I still have to do a lot of work with. When it comes to run and pass, I think I've gotten a lot better in terms of playing with my hands and just I think in both aspects just trying to be more physical.
What do you think the lack of dynamic plays comes from this offense, the deep balls, the big runs? Where do you think the lack of it comes from?
I'd say, if anything, those probably come from just the lack of confidence, and I just think that we need to play as if we've been here before, and if we all just continue to try to do our jobs and play at a high level, I think it all just figures itself out.
Juwann, the younger players are kind of learning from some adversity right now. How do you think that will help the players and your team down the road, whether it's later this season or for the future of the program?
I think that facing adversity right now, although we may not want to run into that, I think it teaches you a lot. I think that it helps you to shape yourself as a player, because winning every game a year doesn't really teach you anything. I don't think that it may be nice, but when you learn from losing games and trying to come back from just upsets and disappointing events in your season, it just teaches you to I guess to refocus and recompartmentalize what you have in mind for yourself as a personally and what you want to achieve as a team. So I think that learning from those things now will help them. I hope the younger players on the team and all of us learn going forward, and I think it's going to be positive.
Did you learn that same thing? Did you find that out in 2014?
Yeah, so I found that out early on, and then also in high school, I think that was something I learned. And I mean, that happens. That's football. Sometimes you run into things that you don't expect, and it doesn't always go the way you want it to. But that's part of the game, and I think that's one of the reasons I play. I love the fact that it's not always going to turn out the way you want. I want it to be a challenge. I don't want everything to be handed to me that easily.
Juwann, you mentioned confidence with the offense. Is it a thing where is it fluctuating from week to week, or is it where it's just kind of steadily growing? Can you detail that a little bit more?
I think it has been progressing weekly. I just think going forward that in practice we just need to put more emphasis on trusting ourselves individually and just continuing to play as if we know that we're capable of it.
Is there something holding you guys back? I mean, is there a hitch? Are you guys stuck on something?
I don't have an answer for that.
When you talk about the lack of confidence, does it come from just the playbook itself?
I don't think it comes from the playbook. I just think it comes from internally, just having faith in ourselves and being comfortable
Who's been the leader?
doing that. Say again?
Who's been the leader of the offensive line?
I think Mason Cole and Pat Cougar have done a great job of just like continuing to push us all in the right direction and trying to help us all understand that. I think Mason, having the most experience in the O-line, has just taught us a lot, and like we can learn a lot from him. Considering that he's played in a lot of games, he hasn't missed a snap. And I think he's just going forward. I think he's continued to do a great job of like trying to teach us those things.
How much different do you think Luke in practice with this offense? Are you guys frustrated when you go to Saturdays and you say, this was working in practice all week?
No, I don't think that we get frustrated. I just think that we need to know that we need to stick to the plan and focus on the plan that we've developed during practice and during the game week, preparing for the team. And just going forward, just need to continue to try to execute that plan.
What do you think went wrong on Saturday?
I mean, like I said, football it's not a strict thing. It doesn't always go the way you plan it to. Sometimes mistakes are made that are out of your hands, and like sometimes it can be like the slightest thing that make things go like south. So I think that it could have been anything. Like there are a lot of things that we could take from the game that we can point out and say that we need to fix, but I don't think there's any like specific event that or any like thing that made that happen or triggered that.
How much do you block Rashawn in practice?
Pretty consistently.
And what makes him tough to block?
He's strong, aggressive. He has a high motor, and he's relentless.
Do you block him consistently?
Yeah, I think I do. I'd say I do.
Time for a couple more for Juwann.
Juwann, Grant mentioned taking out frustrations on Rutgers when he was just out here. As far as, I guess, I don't know if it meant for the offense or defense, maybe team as a whole, or do you guys kind of think like that too going into this game? Maybe you can vent a little bit.
Yeah. So I mean, coming off of any loss, regardless of who the team is, I think the main goal is to win the next week, and I think we're all going to just go out there and just play our best. And regardless of who the opponent may be, our goal is to try to fix our mistakes and just give it all we have.
Does this game mean a little bit more to you because it's a home state team?
Yeah, bragging rights back home, and some of my friends go to Rutgers. But every game is still like it has the same level of importance to me. Like I want to win every game. So.
Juwann, sorry to go back to this confidence thing, but how does something like that improve, given that it's not, it's not a technique that you're teaching in practice?
So for me personally, I'd say the confidence is just something that it's not something that's going to show up overnight or show up in, it may not show up in one game. I think it's something that shows up over like the course of a season, or it may take a little bit more time to develop. But I know once that happens, I know that we'll be in great shape.
Who's helped you the most with that?
I think for me personally, who's helped me the most is probably just like my brothers in the O-line, and then like my O-line coaches and like my offensive coaches, and just giving me the encouragement to continue to just keep playing regardless of the outcome. And I think that's something that I've learned from just playing football in general over the course of the last few years.
Juwann, going back to you being from New Jersey, Michigan's also made a recruiting footprint in that state as well. Why do you see more of a pipeline between New Jersey high school players and the Michigan program?
So I feel like personally for me, I just think that So I think that like football in New Jersey is important to a lot of kids, just as it is in any other big football state or like Texas or California. I just don't think that New Jersey itself has like that type of football, like on a collegiate level, has that type of football character that like people in Texas or in California or in Ohio would have. So I think a lot of guys, growing up, watching college ball, like want to play in some of these other places and want to move out to other places and experience life somewhere else.
How many of the guys on Rutgers do you know right now?
Probably 4 or 5. I'm sure there are other guys on there too.
But just acquaintances, any former teammates or camp buddies?
Former teammates. One of my high school teammates is actually on the team now too.
Who's that?
Terrence Harris.
Thank you.
Thanks, John.